Hello, and welcome to Best Practices in Implementing the Updated Maine ELA Literacy Standards for K-5. My name is Dee Saucier, and I'm the Elementary Literacy Specialist at the Maine Department of Education. This short video is designed to help you better understand the revisions and instructional implications of the revised Maine learning results and how you'll best use these standards as you develop your integrated modules in the MOOSE project. As you develop your modules, you will reach across multiple content areas. It's extremely likely that the standards in the ELA literacy document will be incorporated at some level in any module that you develop. The 4 strands of language, speaking, listening, reading, writing will likely be present for instruction, demonstration of learning, conversations, input, and output of written work. The ability to consume and comprehend written information, understand and clearly communicate through speaking and listening, and communication and writing are all keys to communicating knowledge and depth of understanding in any content area. In the first strand, we will look at the language strand. Language was moved to the first place in the revised English Language Arts Standards to make clear that it is the key to understanding and comprehension across all content areas. It is the true foundation of literacy development. Strong considerations in instruction for the language strand must include conventions of grammar as they apply to the grammar within the writing and speaking, as well as in written composition. Language is also developed when thinking about the selection and understanding of word choice and vocabulary in all speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Words and vocabulary in language are further developed with instruction related to the use of figurative language, word relationships, and the nuances of words used in speaking, reading, and writing. Consider how you will include instruction that addresses the use of English grammar when writing or speaking. Be certain to develop the content and instruction that addresses all areas of academic language topics as you look at the cross-cutting performance expectations that fall into each of these broad areas of language instruction. Maine's guiding principles are embedded through all our standards. In the ELA literacy standards, under the right language strand, you can see that the emphasis for the opportunities for expanding the guiding principles of Maine's educational system are present through the language strand for clear and effective communication, responsible involved citizenship, and integrated and informed thinking. The next strand that we will look at, and comes in order of our English Language Arts Standards for the Maine learning results, is the speaking and listening strand. Speaking and listening is an active and essential strand of the English language literacy instruction. Through it, students are taught how to actively comprehend information that they hear, collaborate effectively, and speak as clear and effective communicators of information. The mere act of telling another person about a task may not address the standards found within the listening and speaking strands. Students must be active conversationalists who are able to prepare and integrate information and evidence. They must also learn to adjust the manner in which they speak and listen to the appropriate audience and for the appropriate task. By looking at the cross-cutting outline of the performance expectations within this strand, you will be able to integrate direct opportunities for students to properly access the speaking and listening standards. An essential component of the communication within the guiding principles is found in speaking and listening. They're easily connected through the guiding principles as clear and effective communicators, self-directed and lifelong learners, and responsible and involved citizens. The next strand you'll find in the English Language Arts Standards is the reading strand. The goal of all reading instruction is to support students in becoming competent consumers of a variety of text types. The inclusion of all the foundational skills, key ideas and details, craft and structure, integration of knowledge and fluency are crucial components of reading instruction. Although foundational skill instruction has a stronger focus and more in-depth performance indicators and expectations in kindergarten through 3rd grade, the development and monitoring of these skills for 4th and 5th grade students to scaffold their learning remains pertinent in the effective access of all kinds of text. The reading strand also includes instructional keys to access and engage with various on-level tasks. Students access text, by demonstration of the understanding of text by retelling, giving details, summarizing, evaluation and analysis, supports for students to access a variety of genre and on-grade level tasks and texts are extremely important. The guiding principles that are developed through reading instruction lend themselves towards self-directed lifelong learners, responsible and involved citizens who are appreciative and respectful of diverse perspectives and building through active engagement in reading, integrated and informed thinking. The final strand that you'll see within our English Language Arts standards is the writing strand. This is the most extensively changed strand from the revised standards. It was streamlined from 10 standards to only 3. There are no separate standards for each genre of writing, and as these modules are developed, instructions for the writing strand will undoubtedly reach across for writers to involve for research, gathering of information from a variety of sources, instruction to develop writing through the writing process, focus on legible writing through print, cursive, and/or technology, and then writing to develop the task that's appropriate for the audience and purpose for which it's intended. When students are asked to write throughout this process of printed communication, these are things that you should consider as you're developing your modules. Through the guiding principles from writing, you can see clearly that it's important to be a clear and effective communicator, a creative and practical problem solver to compose well-developed writing, and again, consideration of multiple and diverse perspectives that are reliable in order to be a responsible, involved, and informed citizen. As you develop your MOOSE module, please feel free to access the English Language Arts Standards pages on the main DOE page. You'll find the standards organized here in a variety of different forms. You can access these through the links provided here, and there are many more links to additional resources on the page. If at any time you have additional questions or need support as you develop your modules related to kindergarten through grade 5 English Language Arts and Literacy, please feel free to contact me. My email is there, and I try to respond as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.